Hi, and welcome back to myself playing Disco Elysium. We've just finished the autopsy, our partner has just left with the body, and we now have some time to potter around it ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into our bag, and we're going to look at the bullet.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
Find the gun that shot it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neato.
Fill the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. What's interesting about the bullet thus far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet, which would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it.
Try and work it out, 42%. Let's get go.
A rifle.
Wow.
Period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacture. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theatre of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Bella McGrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for a well-preserved antique, most likely. Back at the station, the lieutenant is standing at a counter, diligently filling out paperwork to hand over to a tired records clerk. You should share your findings with him as soon as possible.
The bullet has nothing more to say. Okay. A sewer grate, gateway to the river of filth.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Leave it now. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. I'm taking some more bottles.
control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
No, we'll put it again.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. The man watches you in silence, very slowly cutting off another slice of his salami and putting it in his mouth.
Release the
Spring
lever.
brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Butter side down. Not go that way. What's in that box? Yep, we'll take that. Some kind of machine, antique cash register. In the dark, a film projection is whirling away. A bus of woman, the plaque simply says Dell.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool in it, then use it to win her back.
I'll do that one last. Win her back.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
These are Frank Continental Cavalry, right?
Yes. A little worn around the edges, but I'm pretty sure it's fully intact.
The man behind the glass take says, inspect the blue
They're not
uniforms.
all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Point at the blue figurines. Are these the royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Point at the figurines in rags. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope, even we can do it.
Maybe.
Okay, let's try dig up for truly cool figurine the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul.
What is this? Show it to the shopkeeper.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
Who?
The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend. about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fallen tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cat when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for that head.
We'll buy that.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Figurines. Step away from the table. Let's look at it in my bag. It's in the standards. It's gone down in price. It's raining a ball. Wow.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and paper lights.
Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
The light's buzzing resembles the purring of a cat. It seems very much at home there.
How much for the street light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Even taking account the risk of obtaining light, that seems a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Yeah, we're not buying that. There's something else you need to know about this light. Leave.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton inside a flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What are you talking about?
That's a red man from Heimdall t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
We have a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the man from Heimdall too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Hjelmdal saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
What do you mean the man from Heimdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
I'm totally with you, man. Reality has a way of bending back on itself.
Exactly. Cause and effect work in both directions. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique images, indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling a t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
Can you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because perhaps I can repay you in some other way.
By dealing goods, not services.
There you go, the t-shirt.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toe to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeeper, this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
It's a Harman Welshie W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel format. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
What I really want to know is, could this device come into handy for my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
That's all.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay, you might be able to aid my investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Know anything about the Wild Pines representation in town?
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of Wild Pines. And I can't say I trust any silver-tongued spokesperson of theirs. Fortunately, I have no reason to get involved.
Wait, what do you have against Wild Pines?
What should I have for it?
Have you met the Wild Pines rep?
No, just people like that make everyone else see the world somewhat askew, at an angle that is convenient for them. Now, you have more questions, or are we?
Have you ever had any dealings with Everett Clare?
He's been by the shop a couple of times.
There was something awfully deliberate about that laziness.
Why do I feel like you don't want to talk about him? Are you hiding something?
They weren't the most pleasant interactions. Small town bigwigs always want everyone to play a part in the play they're staging. But I bowed out at some point. I prefer to watch from afar while the bigwigs come and go.
Did you discuss union business with you?
He tried. Wanted to come to some mutually beneficial agreement around my dealings with the dock workers. I politely declined to hear him out.
What kind of arrangement?
As I said, I refused to talk to him. That's why he came back a second time. That's also why he hasn't come back a third.
Did he buy anything?
He purchased a remarkably garish paperweight the first time he was here. Nothing the second.
Did he discuss union business with you?
He tried. Wanted to come to some mutually beneficial agreement around my dealings with the dock worker. I politely declined to hear him out. As I said, I refused to talk to him. That's why he came back a second time. That's also why he hasn't come back a third.
Did he buy anything?
He purchased a remarkably garish paperweight the first time he was here. Nothing the second.
I have other questions about this.
Importantly,
Actually, that's all I've got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns? Like the ones carried by Officer of the Citizens Militant?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if we've met before. Oh God.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
She must be one of my adoring fans who want to feel closer to me.
Sure, man.
You have any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well, let's go back through this chain.
She didn't seem like a policeman.
Yeah, we'll
Truth
skip
be
that.
told, she was terrifying.
Maybe she's vigilante who wants to prove she controls it more effectively than Citizens Militant. Let's go last one. What if she intended to commit crime and blame it on the Citizens Militant, on me?
I hadn't considered that. This is why I don't like to deal with guns.
He considered it, but his priority was to get rid of the gun as quickly as possible, albeit for a price.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
What I want to ask you about Mr. Gun again. Thanks for the review. Let's talk about something else. Beyond asking for drugs, there's nothing else there. That was not something I was expecting to find out just then.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide the burp.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
This one's still chewed on his sandwich.
I'm trying, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this ball
That's
time.
the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Grab the ball and show them how it's done.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Fill the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrated, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The ball is ready.
Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There's time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
The inertia can be contained no more than a belief in the gun. Let go, be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
Problem? I don't understand.
Vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Oh, tongue. I understand.
No, you don't! Our pétanque game is ruined! We want our bull back!
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you oil slut! You owe us a goddamn bull!
Okay, I'll attempt to try and fix this. Accept the task.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Do you know anything about the man hanging in the backyard of the withering in rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm like most of the locals. I have no qualms about law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the
You
locals?
Martinez. The union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with the cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police women?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Not to mention keeping the station tight. There's no duty the RMC women cannot carry out.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
No, I don't think there's any evolutionary equality at play here.
Clearly, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was there an earthquake here?
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by terrestrial, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the commandards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why show them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that where everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding them. What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they're all us. Shake your head in shame.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Who is this Frizzle?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the moon.
You mentioned Galamia?
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
What exactly is Suzerain?
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
What is it? What is it about this old sword that makes him proud? Make him stand so proud?
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fun?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Thank you for your time. Find a mo weapon and replace a lost Bullard. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop recording here and continue in a moment as usual. Thanks for watching this, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.